We're kicking off today with WWE, and for months, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa have been feuding, and now their ever-escalating bloodline drama may come with some serious gold on the line. This week, WrestleVotes reported that WWE had discussed introducing a Tribal Chief Championship to the storyline, similar to The Rock's People's title introduced this year. The Tribal Chief title would certainly raise the stakes for Reigns and Sikoa's Tribal Combat match, which is set for Raw's Netflix debut on January 6th of next year. This feud has been brewing since Reigns lost control of the bloodline, and in a SmackDown promo, Roman vowed to reclaim his family's respect, the Ula Fala, and his place atop the family. This storyline has already been intense, but adding a physical title could give the angle a more tangible payoff, though it's unclear if it'd be merely symbolic or would actually be defended. Nevertheless, fan speculation is already growing as to how this angle will unfold, and the introduction of a Tribal Chief title could certainly change things in the Bloodline saga. We know that these two will battle on the January 6th Raw, but recently, their spot on the card of what's bound to be a stacked show has come into question. At this week's Raw Netflix kickoff event, Michael Cole shared that Seth Rollins vs. CM Punk will headline the show, but WrestleVotes now reports Reigns vs. Sikoa could take the spot. Their source shared that the main event of Raw will be the Tribal Combat match, and clearly only one match can close out what'll be the biggest Raw in years, if not ever. The report also shared that there's been discussions about Roman vs. Solo at WrestleMania, which could be for the Tribal Chief title, as Raw's Netflix debut will be for the Ula Fala. But do you think WWE needs another title on TV, or does this storyline have enough layers already? Let us know your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. Now, 2024 has been a huge year for Drew McIntyre, who finally got a world title win in front of a live crowd, only for his reign to come to an abrupt end thanks to CM Punk and Damian Priest. McIntyre recently returned to TV after some time off to recover from a brutal Hell in a Cell match, and now fans can expect big things in the Scotsman's future. WrestleVotes Radio reported on Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass that WWE views McIntyre as becoming a significant upper echelon talent, if he's not at that point already. Not only that, but there are plans for him to become a huge focus as we head into 2025, with praise also coming for his viral comments on Busted Open Radio. Those comments included McIntyre speaking candidly about all he's missed due to being a wrestler, including crucial moments with his family and friends. McIntyre's comments were unscripted, with those in WWE praising what he had to say in regards to how serious pursuing a dream in WWE is for those involved. This all bodes well for McIntyre and for fans of his, who are hopeful that 2025 will be the year he not only gets a title win in front of a live crowd, but a fully fledged reign as champion. But what will this huge future for McIntyre look like exactly? Well, according to Drew himself, his plans may include none other than Cody Rhodes. During a TikTok livestream, a fan asked McIntyre about Cody, and the Scotsman said that what he has planned for the American Nightmare will be significant when the time comes. McIntyre shared that feelings and bodies will be hurt, and alluded to both of their journeys, which saw Drew redefine indie wrestling while Cody founded AEW. Feuding with the reigning WWE champion would certainly be huge for Drew, and being able to dethrone Rhodes would cement McIntyre's place in that top echelon of superstars. But what do you think? What would you like to see from Drew McIntyre in the coming year? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. At Double or Nothing, Adam Copeland suffered a fractured tibia that forced him to vacate the TNT Championship, and since then, the Rated R superstar has been working on his recovery. According to Fightful Select's John Ross Sapp, though, Copeland is expected to make his comeback on the January 1st Dynamite in Asheville, North Carolina, where he now resides. In addition to this report, FTR, who are close friends of Copeland, teased that they wouldn't be coming alone to the show, in another nod towards the former Edge's comeback. Copeland has missed most of 2024 due to his injury, and are you excited for his return? Who do you want him to face upon his comeback? Sound off down in the comments. More injury news, as it's been over a year since fans last saw Charlotte Flair compete after she suffered a leg injury during a match on SmackDown with Asuka in December 2023. This injury forced Flair to miss several major events, including WrestleMania 40, but now the Queen of all eras has given another update on her recovery. On social media, Flair shared a photo of her training and shared that she's been working with NXT's Lainey Reed in the ring for the past few weeks. Flair has been impressed by Reed and told fans to keep an eye on this one, but the former women's champion stopped short of giving a date for when fans can expect her back. As seen in the photo, Flair's leg is still in a brace, which isn't a great sign for an imminent return, and whenever she's back, we are continuing to wish Charlotte a full recovery. Are you wanting to see Flair back? Where do you think she'd fit in the current women's storylines over a year after her most recent match? Let us know down below. In 2020, Curtis Axel was among those released by WWE, and though he returned as a producer in 2022, he would leave the role after 3 months. The former Intercontinental Champion hasn't competed since his time with WWE came to an end, but now Axel has teased that a return could be coming. Speaking to Going Ringside, Axel shared that he's open to returning to WWE as a producer and added that in the last few years, he's been able to spend quality time with his family. Axel also shared that he's been getting the itch to wrestle again, which has resulted in him training in the ring and taking a few bumps, and is inching toward an in-ring return. At this time, we've not heard if WWE is interested in bringing him back, but a return for Axel could put him back with his former tag team partner, Bo Dallas. These days, Dallas is also Uncle Howdy in the Wyatt Six, and given WWE's love for bringing up the past, one can't count out Axel having a role to play if he does return to WWE. There have been allusions to the group welcoming in a 6th member, and while names like Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman have been speculated on, Axel could be a real curveball. It remains to be seen just what becomes of Curtis Axel and his plans to return to the wrestling industry, and we'll just have to see if WWE is both in Axel's past and his future. In October, the War Raiders returned to action after both men needed time off due to neck issues, and for Ivar, his injury cut short what had been an impressive singles run. Given the seriousness of neck problems, Ivar needed time off to make a recovery, but the long-term effect of this injury will be felt by the Raw superstar until his final days. On the Insight podcast, Ivar discussed his recovery and return, and shared that he's dealing with permanent nerve damage despite being back in the ring. He said, "I've got most of my mobility back to my neck. It's a little stiff now because I have another herniation. I still have a very good range of motion. I credit that to yoga pretty much. All my strength has returned to my arm, I have no problems there. So it's really just the nerve pain from the injury that I have that's permanent. I do have permanent nerve damage and nerve pain in my hands, and that will never go away. I have good days and bad days. Some days I can really feel it since it goes down my arm, but some days I feel nothing." This nerve damage didn't stop himself and Eric from returning on the October 14th Raw in a World Tag Title tournament, but this was not the original plan for the duo. On the podcast, Ivar shared that he and Eric were supposed to return on the September 9th Raw in Calgary, which also featured the return of Bret Hart. However, the plan was postponed as WWE's creative team decided to delay their return for a better storyline, which ended up being the World Tag Title Contenders Tournament. Things have worked out for the best for the War Raiders, who won the World Tag Team titles on this week's Raw, their first title victory in over 5 years. Now it's the War Raiders who will be the target of all tag teams on Raw, and for Ivar, he'll have to deal with opponents and a lifelong bout of damage to the nerves in his hands. At WWE's Netflix event, Kevin Owens made his views on Cody Rhodes clear once again, as on social media, he was seen taping a photo of himself over an image of the American Nightmare. Owens also had the Winged Eagle title with him, and his act cements his belief that he has replaced Cody as the true champion, and Drew McIntyre was inspired by KO's actions. At WWE's headquarters, McIntyre was shown putting up a picture of himself over the face of Damian Priest following the latter's World Heavyweight title win over Drew at WrestleMania. McIntyre clearly still resents that his first world title win in front of the WWE Universe was ended in mere minutes by Priest, and Drew failed to regain the title multiple times this year. Whether we see McIntyre hold that title again in 2025, only time will tell, but both he and Kevin Owens made their views very clear at this week's Raw on Netflix launch event. It wasn't just Cody Rhodes that Kevin Owens had on his mind this week, as he also took aim at one of Raw's top superstars and an issue that had bled over into AEW. The issue began with Hangman Page, who recently shared that he hopes the next person to use his moveset is a cool dude, in what many fans took as a dig at Logan Paul. Paul's offense does borrow some moves associated with the Cowboy, but this tweet seemingly caught the attention of Page's old adversary, CM Punk. After Saturday night's main event, Punk responded to Sam Roberts talking about movesets, saying using the term is for idiots, especially if you're a wrestler. While Punk didn't mention Page, many saw it as a dig at the Cowboy, reminding fans of the issues between the two that would influence what went down with Punk at All Out 2022. But how does Owens fit into all this? Well, at the Netflix launch event, the self-professed true WWE champion was seen storming away from where things were happening and declared, "I have the best moveset." Now, given Punk and Paige's recent comments, many took this as a dig at the best in the world, deliberately using the word that Punk has taken issue with. Upon Punk's return to WWE, Owens spoke candidly about neither man being the other's favorite person, but so far there's not been any backstage issues between the two. Could this line be a tease of a feud between the two? Or is Owens merely having fun with what Punk recently had to say? All we know for sure is that KO once again has had everyone talking. Good news for Kenny Omega as the Cleaner is gearing up for his highly anticipated comeback. After being sidelined for all of 2024 due to a severe bout of diverticulitis, Omega is ready to step back into the ring. And it seems his return may happen sooner than expected, ahead of his scheduled New Japan match with Gabe Kidd at Wrestle Dynasty on January 5th, 2025. According to Fightful Select, Omega's NJPW appearance received the green light from AEW President Tony Khan as a goodwill gesture to strengthen the ties between AEW and NJPW. While there were rumors of Omega returning at Full Gear, those plans didn't materialize. However, insiders reveal that discussions are underway for Omega to make his return at the World's End pay-per-view on December 28th, with teaser vignettes airing during the December 18th episode of Dynamite. Although his Wrestle Dynasty clash with Gabe Kidd will officially mark Omega's return to in-ring action, AEW appears poised to weave his comeback into a major storyline before he heads to Japan. While details of his role remain under wraps, the excitement surrounding Omega's return has fans buzzing with anticipation. What do you think about Kenny Omega's impending return and the potential storylines leading up to it? Are you excited to see him back in AEW before his NJPW showdown? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear how you feel about this next chapter in the Cleaner's legendary career. Tonight, ROH will host its Final Battle pay-per-view, and during the media call ahead of the show, Tony Khan brought up the recent arrival of Matt Cardona. Cardona will challenge ROH World Champion Chris Jericho on tonight's show, 8 years after the pair last did battle in WWE, and Khan is thrilled to be working with the Indie God. Khan called Cardona somebody I really like, and said he wants to work more with Matt, and brought up Cardona challenging then TNT champion Adam Copeland earlier this year. Khan said that Cardona could have been a great TNT champion and feels he still could, and added that the former Zack Ryder could be a great Ring of Honor world champion. Cardona's post-WWE career has been a hit with fans, and after holding gold in several indie promotions and in TNA, the veteran now is focused on winning his first ROH world title. But what do you think? Will tonight be Cardona's night, or will Chris Jericho find a way to win? Let us know your predictions to this world title match down in the comments. During his WWE tenure, Matt Riddle was no stranger to controversy, and while he's reestablished himself outside WWE since his release, a new scandal has now surfaced. In a detailed Facebook post, Dylan Hines, the promoter of World Classic Professional Big Time Wrestling, alleged that Riddle had scammed him out of thousands of dollars. Hines alleges that after agreeing to pay Riddle $8,000 plus travel expenses for a show, he was contacted by a woman named Michelle Gray, who said Riddle needed $2,000 more. When Hines tried to call Gray, believing this could be a scam, they refused to speak over the phone, but Riddle himself later confirmed that Michelle was speaking on his behalf. Hines sent the payment, but things escalated from there as he was later told that Matt would not be attending the meet and greet and would need $5,000 for just a match. Hines shared screenshots of the text messages and said Matt chose not to perform the contractual agreement and caused financial damage to the show. He also claimed that he'll never work with Riddle again, and his legal team is trying to recover damages, and noted that, as with his career in the WWE, he's riddled with issues. This post caught the attention of Misha Montana, Riddle's significant other, who responded by saying that a refund had been sent and criticized Hines for spreading these allegations. In her now deleted tweet, Montana adds that she has proof of the refund and that Hines must have the f***ing highest balls because blood is flowing everywhere but your f***ing brain. In another tweet, now also deleted, Montana suggested that she would be filing a lawsuit against the promoter for spewing the wildest shit and told him to go spank Junior. In a third tweet, also deleted, Montana claimed that everything Hines said had been proven to be a lie and that the promoter keeps giving my attorneys so much willingly. She also claimed that Hines is stupid and is ignoring a cease and desist before ending her tweet with, "Shut up, everyone hates you, goodbye." Riddle himself has not spoken publicly on the matter at this time, but there's clearly a lot to unpack, and we'll follow this situation for further updates. Earlier this year, WWE announced the hiring of former ESPN executive Lee Fitting as its new head of media and production. The move was followed by a series of noticeable changes to WWE's programming in the weeks that ensued. While Fitting boasts an impressive resume, a recent report by The Athletic has brought to light allegations of a troubling past. According to the report, Fitting was terminated by ESPN in August 2023 following a human resources investigation into repeated inappropriate workplace behavior, much of it reportedly directed at women. Interviews with numerous current and former ESPN employees revealed that Fitting allegedly created a toxic work environment characterized by sexual or demeaning jokes, encouraged others to adopt similar behavior, and marginalized those who resisted. Specific allegations included directing College Game Day production members to find hot women in the crowd to feature on TV, making suggestive remarks such as asking an ESPN employee if they wanted to share a hotel room with him, and routinely commenting on coworkers' physical appearances. Employees likened the workplace culture under Fitting to that of a college fraternity. Through a representative, Fitting has denied some of the allegations, while declining to address others. WWE has not issued a statement regarding the Athletic's report. This development surfaces as WWE continues to grapple with its own sexual misconduct controversy. Former employee Janelle Grant has filed a civil lawsuit against WWE, Vince McMahon, and John Laurinaitis, accusing them of sex trafficking, coercion, and assault. Additionally, McMahon remains under federal investigation, though no resolution has been reached. What's your take on WWE's decision to hire Lee Fitting amid these allegations? Should companies do more to vet leadership hires? Share your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. Now, WWE frequently pays homage to its rich history while appealing to a new generation of fans through nostalgia. This was evident when the company brought back the iconic Winged Eagle Championship during Saturday night's main event. Now, the reason behind its return has been revealed. According to Andrew Zarian on Twitter, a key factor driving WWE's decision to reintroduce the Winged Eagle Championship was merchandise sales, particularly the popularity of replica belts. Over the past 5 years, the exponential growth in replica belt sales played a significant role in the company's choice to revive the title. The Winged Eagle Championship, which originally held a prominent place in WWE from 1988 to 1998, had been a fan favorite for decades. Cody Rhodes, in particular, had been lobbying for its return for quite some time. As a result, its comeback was a monumental moment for not just Rhodes, but for the WWE fan base as well. What are your thoughts on the return of the Winged Eagle Championship? Do you want it to become a permanent fixture in WWE? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. And we're ending with WWE, who each week produces hours upon hours of content, but with ever-changing plans, sometimes shows are put on pause or even canceled by the company. That was once again the case this week, as Corey Brennan of Fightful reports that this week's taping of NXT Level Up will be the final episode of the show. NXT Level Up premiered in February 2022 as a replacement for 205 Live, and has served as an entry point for talent before they're ready for the main NXT show. As for what's next for this time slot, it's unclear at this time, though WWE did recently announce WWE LFG, which will see young stars be mentored by legends of the ring. After this week, the main NXT show will be the only place to see NXT talent, and are you sad to see the end of NXT Level Up? Let us know in the comments.